Hello, my dear students. Hope everyone is doing well. In today's math session, we will be learning what is meant by inverse variation and also we will solve practice set 7.2 which is based on the same. Now children, in the last session we have seen what is meant by direct variation. So what was direct variation? If one quantity is increasing, other will also increase. And if one quantity is decreasing, other will also decrease. So that was direct variation. To explain this, we have seen one example. Like you and your friend are standing on a ground. Then you had a misunderstanding or you had a small fight and you bet your friend. So in return, what your friend is doing, he is also beating you back. Means what activity you did, he is doing the same. He is also beating in return. So what is this? This is direct variation. If you are talking politely with him, he is also supposed to talk politely. So what is this? How you are responding, the front person is also responding in the same way. So that is direct variation. Now, while explaining the same, one more example was taken. Like, what happens? You bet your friend, and in return, he is appreciating you. He's saying how sweet you are, how good you are, how genuine you are. So, what is this? You are beating him, but in return, he is behaving politely with you. So, what is this? This is inverse variation. What it is? Like opposite reaction you are getting. So, that is nothing but an inverse variation. Now, let's see this how it is applicable into our day to day life. Let's take an example of construction of a bridge over the river. Now children, to construct a bridge, suppose there are certain 10 days required to construct a bridge. Many days, many months are required actually, but let's consider 10 days are required. Now, if you increase, like 10 days are required if you take 10 workers. 10 days, 10 workers. That only children, if you increase this number of workers from 10 to 20, then the number of days that will be required, will that be more or less? Yes, definitely. If you increase the workers, the number of days required to do that work will be decreased. Now here you consider two quantities. What are the two quantities? The two quantities which we can like consider will be, one is the number of days and one will be the number of workers. Now see children, if you increase the number of workers, the days required will be reduced. So that, what is this? Here, if you increase one quantity, the other quantity is decreasing, opposite behavior. So this is what? This is an inverse variation. Now let's see children how we can define it. Inverse variation. Now see, the number of days required to build a bridge varies, changes inversely to the number of workers, like opposite changes they are showing. As the number of workers increases, the number of days required to build the bridge will also decrease. So what is this? Number of days, number of workers increased, number of days increased. Sorry, if there is an increase in number of workers, there will be a decrease in the number of days required. So this is what, if one quantity increases, the other quantity is supposed to decrease. This is nothing but inverse variation. Now children, how to represent this? Let's consider the two quantities as x and y. We want to show that x is inversely proportional to y. How will we show this? Firstly, x proportional sign, that is nothing but alpha. Here, how we were writing x directly proportional to y, x in front of that y. But while writing inversely proportional, you have to take its reciprocal. If y is there, you will take it as 1 upon y. Okay, so that is the difference. This is directly proportional and inversely proportional will be, you will take it as 1 upon y. Then, yes, after representing, we have to take out the proportionality sign and you have to insert equal to k. This will be 1 upon y. Okay. Now children, this y is divided by on the another side of the equal to sign. If you take it this side, it will become x upon y is equals to k, which is nothing but a constant. Now children, what is this? This is the equation of inverse variation. When you multiply the two quantity in inverse variation, you are supposed to get a constant. Okay. Now let's start solving the practice set 7.2 one by one. The first question we have, the information about the number of workers and the number of days to complete a work is given in the table. Complete the table. Now children, just now we saw, if number of workers increases, the days required will decrease. So here what we will do is, we will consider the number of days as x, the number of workers as x, and we will consider the days required as y. Okay. So what will happen? X will be inversely proportional to y. We know that. What will be the equation then? It will be x into y equals to k. Or else what we can do? See, x is inversely proportional to 1 upon y. Take out the proportionality sign, insert in equal to k into 1 upon y. Then what will we get? It will be x into y equals to k. So what is this children? This is the equation of variation. Now what next we will be doing? We will find the value of k. When number of workers is what? When x is 30, y is 6. Insert the value in this. What we will get? 30 into 6 is equals to k. So what will be the value of k? It will be 180. So we got the value of k as 180. So what this equation will turn out? X into y will be equals to 180. Now children, let's start solving this one by one. Now when y is equals to 12, okay, we want what? We want the value of x. So x, y is equals to, we have 180. Already, now y they have given to be 12. So x into 12 is equals to 180. Now let's divide this 180 with 12. What we will get if you divide children? 12 ones are 12, 12 ones are 12. 6 will be carried, 12 5s are 60. So x you got it as 15. So what we can write it over here? See, when y is 12, the number of workers which were working were 15. Okay, the number of workers were 15. Now let's start solving the second condition. See, in the second condition, what we are having is, we are having x is equals to 10. We are having x is equals to 10. So what it will be? Xy is equals to, just a second. What we will do is xy is equals to, it is 180. Correct? Now see, 180. So we want y. So it will be 180 divided by 10. So y will be definitely 80. So just insert that value. What it will be? Y will be 18. So if 10 workers are working, then the days required will be 18. Children, you can easily see, like more workers, less days. As the number of workers decrease, the number of days required is going to increase. Now this, when y is 36, this you will solve. Okay, let's see, easy it is, and after the explanation, I hope everyone will be able to solve this. Now let's see the second one. You have to find the constant of variation, that is k, and you have to write the equation of variation. Very simple. You have p inversely proportional to q. Take out the equal to sign, insert equal to k into 1 upon q. Now children, already we know how to do this. Here you will get p into q is equals to k. Now what is the value of p? It is 15 into 4. Equal to, it will be k. So what is the value of k? 60. So one thing you did, you found the value of constant of variation. Then what next children? You have to find the equation of variation also. Now here is your equation of variation. Now in this, just what you have to do, p into q is equals to, it will be nothing but 60. Okay. So this is what? This is your equation of variation, and k is equals to 60 is your constant of variation. And let's do the next one. Same, like z is equals to k into 1 upon w. You can write it as z into w is equals to k. Now what is z? 2.5 into 24. So what it will be? Now if you multiply 25 and 24, like let's multiply this 25 into 24, what we are going to get? Then 25 twos will be 50. So 0, 0 and 600. 25 into 24 is nothing but 600 and give the decimal 60. So the value of k you got it as 60. Now let's put it up into the equation and get the equation of variation. So z into w is nothing but 60. So let's see the third one. Here s is inversely proportional to 1 upon t square. So what it will be? S into t square is equals to k. Now when s is 4, t is what? It is 5 square. Now children, it is 5 square. So 5 square is 25 equal to k. Now what will be k? 25 4 is 100. So you got the constant of variation as 100. Now insert this in the equation. Here you have the equation. So what it will be? S into t square will be equal to exactly as 100. So this is your equation of variation. Then let's see fourth one. What it is? X is inversely proportional to 1 upon root y. So what it will be? X is equals to k into 1 upon root y. Multiply this s, x into root y will be equal to k. Insert the values. X is 15, y is 9, root 9 equal to k. Children, root 9 is what? Root 9 is 3 equals to k. So k will be what? 15 3s is 45. Now this is what? You got the constant of variation. Now insert it into the equation. What you will get? X into root y is equals to 45. So this is what we were searching. Then let's move to the next questions. Now children, here we have a word problem. The boxes are to be filled with apples in a heap. Okay, in a box you have to insert this apples. If 24 apples are put in a box, then 27 boxes are needed. See children, whatever available apples are there, so in one box if you are putting 24, what will happen? Then 27 boxes will be needed. Then if 36 apples are filled in a box, how many boxes will be needed? Then what they are saying, instead of 24, if you insert 36 apples, how many boxes will be needed? See children, if in one box you are increasing the number of apples, the box needed will decrease, correct? Then let's see how we can solve this. Now see, here the two quantities are the number of apples, which we will take it as x, and the another one is number of box, which will be y. Now here x varies inversely as y, because if in one box you are putting more apples, the number of boxes ultimately needed will be less. So now let's see, when in one box you are, first we will generate the equation. Okay, k into 1 by y. So what it will be? X into y is equals to k. Now children, see, when you were inserting 24 apples in one box, how many boxes were needed? You needed 27 boxes, correct? So now let's see what we will get. 24 into 27, it will be equals to k. Now let's multiply this. 24 into 27. 7 4 is 28, 2. 7 2 is 14 and 2 will be 16. Then you have it as 8, 648. So the constant value is 648. Now what our equation will turn out? Xy is equals to 648. Now children, let's see. We got the equation of variation as xy is equals to 648. Now when instead of 24, when you are inserting 36 apples in a box, what will happen? 36 into y will be equals to 648. Now let's divide. It will become 648 divided by 36. Now let's divide this with a table of 12. Now see children, 12 2 is 12 3 is 36. Then 12 5 are 60. 4 will be carry. 4 are. Then again divide this 54 with 3. What it will be? 3 ones are 3 and 18s are. Okay. So see, if you are inserting 36 apples in one box, so how many boxes will be needed? Ultimately, you will be needing 18 boxes. Okay. So in this way, if number of apples in one box increases, the number of boxes required will decrease. Then next question we have it as, write the following statements using the symbol of variation. Very simple. The wavelength of sound L and its frequency are in inverse proportion. Inverse means you have to take the reciprocal of the second quantity. Then intensity I of light waves varies inversely with the square of the distance of a screen from the lamp. Square of a distance they said. So you will take d square. Okay. So this was the fourth question. Now here we have x varies inversely with root of y. When x is 40, y is 16, then find y if x is 10. Now see children, x is inversely proportional to root y. So that means what? X into root y is equals to, it will be constant. Now when x is 40, we had y at 16. So see, 40 into root 16 is 4 equals to k. So k will be 1/6. One thing we got. Now children, let's put it into the equation of variation. What it will be? X into root y is equals to 1/6. Then when x is 10, what will happen? 10 into root y is equals to 160. So root y will be what? It will be 160 upon 10. That is, root y will be 60. And if you take the square root of 60, y you are supposed to get as 4. So what is it? If x is 10, y will be 4. Then let's see the last example, children. X varies inversely as y. That means what? X into y will be equals to constant. Now when x is 15, y is 10. So what will be the value of k? It will be 150. So we got this one value at least. Insert it into the equation. You will get it as xy is equals to 150. Now children, when x is 20, we want to find out the value of y. So let's do this. It will be 150 upon 20. 0, 0 went off. Y will be 7.5. So when x is 20, y will be 7.5. I hope children, everyone has got today's session very nicely. If you have loved today's session, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. An icon is provided, the trophy. You can tap on it and subscribe our channel. Thank you.